we're touching Opobo today. Tomorrow is Bori. Next tomorrow is back to Opobo, and then so on. Then we're terminating on Saturday with the Tema Balama, the Calabari axis. So it tells you that this is a government that is focused, in spite of the challenges and the distractions from the enemies who went to court to do what I describe as judicial treason, judicial terrorism rather. So people just go take whatever injunction they want and then come here to ensure that Rivers people suffer. But God, through the Almighty God that we serve, had been able to sustain this government. Last Friday, we shut down the enemies without a bullet.
Quickly, we have a short commercial coming, but I'd just like to take us back to one thing you mentioned, and it's been on the mind of a lot of Rivers people. It's with regards to the agricultural sector. Now, we know that the committee was set up to look into the Songhai farm situation. The governor had visited, but not much has been heard since that time. Can you update us on what exactly is happening and what is the level of work or progress being made with regards to the reactivation of the Songhai farm?
The Songhai farm was abandoned for 10 years. If you imagine a structure that was abandoned for 10 years, you find overgrown weeds. You have trees even growing, because I'm sure there are trees that can grow taller than most trees, in such a short period, in such a long period, rather. But we have cleared the place. Investors are there trying to map up and mark out what they want. So as soon as the exercises are completed, and some of the implants that are already there are produce that will come in such a short period. There are crops that you can grow in such a short period, and that's what we're doing to ensure that we have enough food on our table come 2025 first quarter.
All right, well said. A short commercial is coming now. I must say this as soon as we return. We know that there are many other areas that Rivers people would want the government to look into, including in Opobo. So when we return, we would open the phone lines and give people the opportunity to draw government attention to some projects within their areas that they think the government should also pay attention to, that is quite important to the development of Rivers people and the state. So please stay with us after the commercial.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us again.
Yes.
All right. So quite a lot you have said. We still have more questions to ask, but like I had promised the listener, we would like to start with them this time and give them the opportunity to get involved in the conversation and put out their questions. And the question we're asking, in fact, most importantly, is in the locality you live, in the community, it could even be in Opobo where the governor is going to commission a project. Are there other projects that are of concern that would be of utmost benefit to the people of not just Opobo town, but Rivers State, if the government considers, developing those projects? Let's hear it from you first, Honorable Commissioner. Are there any of such?
There are projects in various local governments, particularly in the road reconstruction and internal roads. We awarded contracts in Elele, Omodioga, that axis, and we have done the internal road in that axis, which, by the grace of God, was commissioned, a few months ago. We were also commissioning roads in Bori, the Bori internal road. We have done quite a lot in the other axis, other senatorial zones. We did in Eberi last week. We also in Umakali, Eberi link roads. These are roads that are even traversing into other states. The one that we did at Eberi 2 days ago is one that connects Abia State. If you heard the people from that axis, the commendation and all the things that they displayed in form of, fanfare, you would agree that they are so excited that for a long time that they were not able to access their homes, except they have to come through Abia State. But today, the governor had done the road that is coming from Eche, linking up to Eberi. Tells you that we're not just centered at one spot. And beyond that, there are other facilities that we have done, some even at federal level. Last week, Friday, we gave out 6 gunboats to the Nigerian Navy. These are efforts to also safeguard our territorial waters. And I'm sure that those who are aware of what's happening in the Bonny axis will agree that Bonny has suffered high level of sea piracy. And at that point, the governor thought that the best to do was to energize that area and ensure that, the place have a safe passage.
All right.
Quite a lot is going on across the other sectors. I do not want to mention that we're almost at a very high percentage in the low-cost housing that we're doing at Alu, the 20,000 low-cost housing or affordable houses, as it were, that we're doing along taxes. These are part of the projects of this government, which we're not too noisy about. The governor's style is the ones that you can see the actions rather than the too much being loud and then saying nothing.
Let's get to the listener. I'm pretty sure they have a lot to say, and I'm pretty sure within their locality there are projects that they would want the government's attention to be drawn to. I would like to also point out one for you. The Cornerstone Junction, that road on NTA Ozuoba area, it's one that's really much in a bad state. I know the governor had visited the Ogogoro axis, and I think residents around the area, when the commissioning of a project around that area occurred last week, had also called on the government to look into the situation of that road. I would like to say that call should be looked into as soon as possible, because it's a death trap to some degree, that Cornerstone Junction and the road, all of it. So that's one. And perhaps before we wrap up the conversation, we would find out from you what the government has in place with regards to maintenance of these roads, because when we have potholes and we have, these things common on the roads that have already been done, is there a backup plan to, from time to time, check these roads and ensure that they are properly maintained and these things are taken care of? Let's start with the phone calls. 0817 923 0003. You can also call 0817 923 0007. Tell us your name, where you're calling from, and then quickly you just tell us the projects in your locality you would want the government to look at. Good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, we lost that call. Let's move on to the next caller. On Facebook, it is at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. On Facebook, at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That is the handle. So you can get through to us on Facebook as well. We're streaming live. You can watch and listen to us live on Facebook. Drop your comments, respond to the question. This one says, what happens to pensioners? Please, the governor should remember he was a civil servant. We can't be celebrating projects alone without stomach infrastructure. Daniel Okuchuku. Lawrence Friday says, please, I want the commissioner to enlighten Rivers youths what the tangible measures the governor has put in place regards employment of youths. Precious Onwabeke says, the governor has proven that he's a man of his words. I don't know if it is okay with the workers' salary. I don't know if it's for every worker. I want to ask, when will the governor implement federal government adjustment for pensioners take home in respect to the minimum wage? This one says, please ask the commissioner situation of the local government workers and minimum wage. Are we not entitled to the minimum wage? I mean, local government workers. This is Willie Amadi. I'm sure the commissioner is noting down all of these. He would respond. But first, let's hear from Lebari in Bori. Good morning, Lebari.
Yeah, good morning, my brilliant brother, Chairman Andrew.
All right, straight to the point, please.
Yeah, Honorable Commissioner, good morning.
Morning, my brother.
Yeah, I have to join my voice with the good people of Kana local government area to welcome our neighbor governor of the state, the God-given governor to Rivers people, as he commissioned the internal road in Bori. Is highly commendable. Number two, Mr. Commissioner, please, if you can do me and pass this to the governor of Rivers State. Government secondary school Sogo is in the worst dilapidated structure we have in Rivers State. As you mentioned education, that in 2025, the governor is going to cover. Please, if you can help me to alleviate the problem of Sogo people, that school, you need to enter there. There's no structure. People have been staying outside learning under the trees. When it is rainy season, the students suffer. Then number three, if the governor can help us and then do more on employment of the youth in the state, if industry can be created where they can empower all these youth, employ them, or some of the IOC in Rivers State, if they can employ Rivers State indigenes, what is happening in the IOC, that they are not employing our people, let more attention be drawn into all those companies that are operating in this state. How many Rivers State indigenes are working there? Attention should be focused over there. Please.
All right, thank you very much. Akanto Imbori. Okay. Let's hear you, Akanto. Go on.
Good morning. Good morning, Honorable Commissioner of Information.
Good morning.
My name is Akanto. I am calling from Bori. Okay. Thank you, Commissioner of Information. Let me lend my voice to the good people of Kana local government. So I am the community liaison officer in charge of Bori Internal Road. And by the grace of God, I'm a strong supporter of the governor of Rivers State. I want to applaud the Excellency for the aesthetic nature of Bori Internal Road. I think this road covers 23 routes and streets in Bori. Virtually, it's about about 80% by my rating of the route in Bori, including the mighty Polytechnic route, where Your Excellency will be venue tomorrow. So I want to commend His Excellency for this road project in Bori. But like over tweet, Honorable Commissioner Information, you are our friend, the governor is a citizen and native of Bori, of Ogoni. We want to beg for the extension of the road because there are other areas, grey areas in Bori that this thing did not touch. We have about 23 and we have about more than 60 roads in Bori. For our own way, our own magnanimous way, our own way of sending gratitude to His Excellency, you have done well for this road in Bori. People can.
All right, Akanto, thank you.
We want to beg for more. Thank you.
Cookie Gam in Rumolumeni, good morning.
Andrew, good morning.
All right, Cookie Gam.
I'm Commissioner Obama.
My brother,
Andrew, I came to Port Harcourt as a boy in 70s. I think Governor come and go. This governor has stayed for less than 2 years. I never seen the governor so much this governor has been there for 2 years. Andrew, have you been to Transcapital Road at the Roman? The project is going as of today. The road between Omoko and Ilende, that road is almost 70% completion. The Opopo Ring Road, the governor has just finished, has 3 bridges. Andrew, you know, this road passed through Modiria, and this governor has succeeded this road in less than 2 years. That road can be walked for 8 years road, but this governor has made that road less than 2 years, Andrew. What are we saying in River State? This is a governor who wants to River State, not they're going to give you a contract and go to sleep. A project, he may be paying you day by day, going around. Andrew, no part of River State that this governor is not touching hand, like the former governor does not touch area. Andrew, the former governor of Philly is not commissioning any project at Opopo, except the ring road and the road that made started. Because the governor is not commissioning any road in Bonnie. So, Andrew, this governor has done well for us.
All right, Cookie Gam.
4 plus 4, 8 years, very soon. You see, this one, we are giving 8 years again to see. It will not so much every governor River State.
Thank you very much. Ken in Ubimini, good morning.
Good morning, Ifeami Andrew, and greetings to your guests there in the studio.
Go on.
good morning.
Mr. Ifeami Andrew, I think I want to let the commissioner know that Ubumini is sharing boundary with Imo State, our community, to be precise, in Ohaji local government. The road leading to that particular community that are having economic and farming activities is under dilapidation condition. We don't have internal roads. He made mention of Elele, Omudioga. Elele, Omudioga, and Ebeda have their internal roads. The only community sharing boundary with another state has no internal roads and link road. We are also sharing boundaries with Onelga. That is the bridge, the last bridge if you are going to Omok. So we don't have link roads to Aura. We don't have internal roads. We don't. There is primary school being moribund for more than 14 years, since 2010. Imagine what I'm talking about. We don't have substantial installation of power supply where there is no cables, no poles. We are only tapping as if we are running burial power supply. So I am pleading on behalf of the Ubuntu community, as a traditional ruler of this community, I want them to come to the edge of this community.
All right, Ken. Thank you very much. Wilcox in Bori, quickly, and then we go to Stanley and LM1 before we wrap up. Wilcox, quickly, please.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you. Good morning, Andrew. My name is Wilcox, and I'm calling you from Loyo in Bori,
all right, go on.
Local government area. Andrew, this morning, I want to particularly my pleasure.
Wilcox, unfortunately, we can't hear you clearly. We'd have to move on to Stanley and Lelewon. Wilcox, if you can, send us a message because I don't think we can take any more calls after now. Stanley and Lelewon, good morning.
Yes, good morning. How are you doing? Happy New Week.
All right, same to you, Stanley. Go on.
Please, I want to ask your guest a simple question this morning. What to do with the road, His Excellency, the one of the state of in my country. Please, when is the government coming to complete those projects, the internal road here flagged off in the Delaware? Because as I speak to you, my past friend, if you come to most of those roads, as I speak to you, Some of those roads were a little bit trouble. As I speak to you, those roads are more trouble. Our people are suffering. I thought the governor said he doesn't pay penalties. Why would he abandon the road just because of one of the men who made him governor? Honorable Okesinda was instrumental. Minority leader of Federal House of Representatives was instrumental in being governor of Rivers State. So why because of Okesinda? Because Okesinda refused to support him to fight the former governor of Rivers State. So because of that, he chose to abandon those roads. Please, I'm calling on the
All right, Stanley, thank you. Let's find out from the commissioner if that was the reason why the road was on hold, according to you, or if the road is actually on hold. Honorable Commissioner, if you must, please, we can start with the very last comment from Stanley Nelelenwo. Okay, let's try and reestablish contact. I think we got yanked off. Okay, we have our commissioner back. Honorable Commissioner, sir, thank you for joining us again. So the last caller, I don't know if you heard him saying the road in Elelewo, his work is no longer on, and he says it's largely due to the fact that Honorable Chinda is from that area and maybe he's not on the same page with the governor. That's why work is not on that area. Can you clarify for us? Is there any reason?
That's far from it. We're doing one thing at a time. And we cannot cover all the entire 23 LGAs in one day. Whatever is yet to be done will be done. I mean, this is a general statement to all those who are agitating for either their various communities or talking about a specific area. But to say that a governor will, for the sake of one person, abandon a road, I mean, that this governor is not structured or wired in this that kind of thinking. This governor is not vindictive. This governor has no business abandoning a road that will serve majority of Rivers people. It's not a lane or a close where one man lives. This is a road that is for everybody. So nobody should have that kind of thought process that a governor could abandon a project. No, not for that reason.
All right.
Please,
okay.
I want to most passionately appeal to that last caller not to. And to those who are talking about schools that are abandoned, our 2025 medium-term expenditure framework has a larger sum for schools, agric, and education, including the health sector. I told you the exploit that was made in the health sector. Last Friday, we won an award as the best in South-South. That's public health sector. So it tells you where the mindset of this government is. And to get the $500,000 is no mean feat. So let us be a little bit patient. Let's thank God that we have a progressive governor who has foresight, who is seeing beyond where we're seeing.
Honorable Commissioner, then quickly, because
the field marshal.
We only have less than 2 minutes and there are more questions. So if you can respond to these two. Local government workers on the new minimum wage, and what is the government doing with regards to generation of power?
Pension.
And pension, yes.
Pension. We have injected $1 billion into our pension fund. It used to be $1 billion. The governor had injected $1 billion 4 months ago. That is expected to take care of a number of things which our old citizens or senior citizens are going through. Now, for the local government, it's a tier of government. They will get what is due them. This government is very systematic. This government, of course, is headed by a technocrat, somebody who came from the civil service. So you understand the electrics.
Are they getting?
What goes on everywhere.
Are the local governments getting their funds directly? If we put that in side by side with the Supreme Court judgment, local government autonomy, are the funds going to them directly? Because on the papers we saw that there are issues with some of the governors, workers, Nolgate disagreeing with governors getting the allocation for local governments.
This state is one state that you can thumb your fingers and say that, look, this is a government that understands the rule of law and respects it too. Whatever has been decided by the Supreme Court, I do not see any place our governor, in his best frame of mind, will go against it. So the issue of local government and the autonomy is a matter that nobody is bothered.
Thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner. We're already out of time. There's still more to talk about, but time will not allow us. Do have a wonderful day. My name is Ifeami Andrew. Hello, Port Harcourt is next.
My people, better day. You know, say with short, you fit use 200 naira win.